Alright, so I bought a new camera, so I thought I'd show off some things I have in bloom, and this particular one is Phalaenopsis Orchid World. Bonnie Vasquez is the clone, and she is a cross between Phalaenopsis bellina, that's where her scent comes from. She smells kind of fruity, a little artificial sweet, a little bit like Fruit Loops. And it's also crossed with Phalaenopsis amboinensis. That's where these bars come into play. So you can see, got lots of stripes, lots of bars on this one. And then it's crossed with Phalaenopsis amabilis, so it kind of makes the flower a little bit beefier, a bit like what you see with the grocery store Phalaenopsis. So that's kind of the rundown on this one. She's not quite as fragrant as some of my other novelty Phalaenopsis, but she's still pretty nice, still quite lovely. And I really love the colors on this. I love that white, the yellow, and then the kind of red barring on it. It's very nice. And she is very vigorous. This plant makes a ridiculous amount of roots. Just look at these roots. I have roots for days on this plant. She's potted up in pumice and sphagnum moss. Have a look at that. Lots of roots, roots for days. Roots galore. And she usually blooms starting around May. And then she keeps going until, October-ish. This is the first bloom of the year for me this year, though. I repotted her and she didn't like it, which she should have liked it. Anywho, yeah, this spike was one it made in May, never went anywhere, so hopefully the spike it's making next will go somewhere. And this new spike, or the spike it made that it actually bloomed off of, has this black tip. I can't quite focus in on that. Maybe? No, it's not going to let me. But anyways, it has this black tip, so I don't think that's going to make any more buds, unfortunately. And I think that's about as long as she shall get. So that's the Phalaenopsis Orchid World Bonnie Vasquez. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to my other Phalaenopsis and other orchids I have in bloom so I can show off my new camera. I guess I should mention my camera is 720p, so it's not quite the best quality, but it looks a hell of a lot better than my cell phone. I will give it that much credit. And this is RLC Memoria Anna Balmors, once again, still smelling like Cattleya walkeriana. And she's aging. The flowers don't really look as good as they used to, unfortunately. And another way you can tell it's aging is the anther cap is starting to turn brown, which is unfortunate. The Hanover Passion, still looking quite nice. Let's see if it'll focus in on you. I guess that's about as good as I'm going to get. The camera seems to be a bit confused by the Hanover Passion, which is pretty normal. Most of my cameras are. Very fragrant. Love that one. Here's my no ID Phalaenopsis. Got this at the grocery store, and I love this yellow patterning in it and this flares. Just going to try and get as close as I can in here and see if it'll focus, because I love that lip. Some more views of the flowers. I have another no ID phal that's in spike, so I'll show you when that blooms. And lastly but not least, the tropical pointer cheetah, still in bloom, and I detected a tiny bit of fragrance as I was messing with it, but again, nothing to write home about. Not really the strongest scents in the world on this one. And yeah, just love the colors on that. Unfortunately, it's also getting close to the end of its blooming, so I'll have to wait another year unless this thing decides it wants to get its act together before I see her bloom again. Other than that, that's about all I have going on. I was going to show you something else really quick. Forgive the mess, I need to clean today. My Cattleya walkeriana looks like it might be making a bloom spike, and I love Cattleya walkeriana. That is the strongest scent ever. I have a bunch of hybrids of this species, and nothing compares with the pure species. The scent is just really powerful and really wonderful, and the blooms are well, they're not quite unique looking, but they look really wonderful. I love the shape of the lip and the colors and all that stuff, so really looking forward to that one. Other than that, I think I'm done showing off my plants for now. Have a good rest of your day, and happy growing. Bye-bye.